Alright guys, me and Dan are back at it again, hitting some trails back here, see what we find, try some new areas. Same research area because it's thousands of acres, but just a different location out there. So we're going to see what we find today. We've had a lot of rain lately, so we want to stay off anything that's really muddy because it gets pretty nasty out. Temperature's great. It's supposed to be getting close to 90 degrees today. So got the snake gaiters on just in case, because they're going to start coming out now that the temperatures has gotten better, and I'm pretty sure the rain's gonna push them out. So, but we'll get with you guys, and if we find anything, talk to you in a bit. So stuff like this you got to watch out for. You'll be walking down this trail,
snakes,
and a snake will be in there as you walk by and
rattlesnake
pop you one, you know. It's a pretty neat area back here. Looks like there's another trail area. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Break right there, but it's probably, so you have a lot of debris. So evidently that's been cut from clearing the trail and tossed to the side. See, they've been doing some work.
More. Oh, yeah, I hear this.
See this?
Wood.
That's a pretty decent green tree. I wonder, because see how it's kind of wide open back there?
Yeah.
So, some sunlight in there. We just spooked up a bunch of deer. It was a definite training moment. I was talking to Dan and I said, see how quickly those deer got up and split? That's how, I said, how quickly could we get our camera out and film that if it was a Sasquatch? There they go. See them running through there? Just saw a bunch of them, like 3 of them just run across there. But I told him, I said, look how fast the deer was. Get up off the ground and sprint into the woods. Yeah, there they go, way back there. Bunch of them. There he is. They're just that fast. And they blend in that well.
You're looking at me now.
And that's what I told him. I said, how quickly could a Sasquatch just get up and split that fast? And you don't have time to get a camera out. You don't have time to start filming and stuff, it just happens so quick.
I wonder what can happen.
And a lot of times you have to be facing in the right direction, or you just have no choice but to film constantly. And that's a lot of stuff to go through. A lot of stuff. You can see this deer back there moving. But that's how quick they are. So now you take a Sasquatch and, you know, you get a Sasquatch to get up that fast and split. It's quick, it's fleeting, it's a moment. And sometimes when it's all said and done, you have a good story and a great memory, but you don't have the video or the picture to back it up. And that's what makes research so difficult. You know, it's just, especially when you're out here, a lot of times, you know, I'm by myself, you just can't do it all. You just can't. So you miss things, you know. But that was just a prime example how fast those deer got up and split into the woods and didn't even make a sound. Didn't even make a sound. I just happened to look up and see one that was bedding stand up and run. So, but that's an example for those of you that always wonder, why don't you have pictures? Why? It happens so fast. So fast. Next time you're out in the woods and you're hiking, see how quickly you see an animal and how fast it disappears. So I want to see what that is. Let's zoom in and see what that is. Looks like a downed tree. Yeah. We'll work our way over there to look at that, but looks like a downed tree. But like I said, it's always fleeting moments, just quick fleeting moments. So pretty good game trail going through there. You can tell this tree fell a long time ago. There's not even a hole behind it anymore. So you can tell we've got a lot of rain, so it's kind of soupy out here. Here sloshing around. I like this area though, it's a really pretty area. I'd like to walk back there, but I can see the standing water. Maybe we'll work our way around it. I don't know. I want to go back here though, where that down tree is, and yeah, that's what it is. Nice tree too. What I might do is sit down here for a little bit and just listen. See if we hear anything, or we're pretty far back. Yeah, see. It's crazy when you look at this thing from a distance, it looks huge. Then when you get up on it, it's not that big. It's very small. It's only probably about 2.5 feet. It's not very big at all. A little hardwood. This would be a great place to leave some audio equipment, I'm sure. But you can look at this. This is really nice. I wish they allowed camping. But there's no hunting, camping, fishing, discharge of weapons. I mean, it's a pretty restricted area. People say that, you know, everybody goes to state parks. And there's been sightings in state parks. I'm not downplaying that, but oh wow, look at that. It's a little turtle shell. Look at that. Let's see. Yeah. Like a little box turtle or something. See? Poor thing. He's just moving on with life. Something got him. I don't know. I might keep that. Clean it up and polish it. See how it turns out. But anyways, what I was saying is, what I recommend to people, is preserves or management areas, because there's no hunting. Sometimes there's hunting to manage the population, but it's very restricted. It's yeah, I think stinks. Very careful with that. But it's just more wild than a state park or anything like that, and that's why we choose these places, because there is no camping. There's not a whole lot of people interaction and stuff like that. I mean, each time we've come out, I might run into one person, and they have to really go out of their way to run into us. And like today, at the very beginning, there was a guy coming out to walk his dog, do a little bit of hiking. But he'll probably stay on the trails, where we don't stay on the trails. We start on the trails, but then we find areas, and then we break off into the woods, and break brush is what we call it, and get some real good boots on the ground areas, and looking for prints, looking for any kind of structure or anything like that. We look for the anecdotal evidence, footprints, structures, anything that would say this is a viable area. Okay, never saying it was a Bigfoot or anything like that did it, but there's a lot of anecdotal evidence that would say that if it's here, this is a good area because it's showing the signs. So then we'll focus on that area and for a month or two and see what we come up with. It's kind of like deer hunting. You go out and you're looking for rubs, and you're looking for scrapes, and you're looking for certain things. You're looking for certain foods and stuff like that. You try to find where the deer are bedding, just to give you a better chance as a hunter to bag that buck or whatever you want to do. It's the same thing with squatching, is you're trying to find all the stuff that says this is a good area, and that's what we do. Sometimes we get nothing. Sometimes y'all been with me, a lot of you guys been with from the beginning, and there's days we don't get nothing. And like today, so far, we haven't really got a whole lot, but we are checking out a new area and stuff like that. It's not far from the regular research area. I'm just trying to branch out and better know the area, because it's pretty large. We're looking at about 12,000 acres total, because it does butt right up to a state park, which that'll be at the end of this month. We'll be camping out there for 3 days and staying at the state park, but it's only a few minute drive to get to this area. So we'll probably camp there, and then every day come out to this area and check out the preserve, because you can't camp out here, so we have to find a place to camp. So that's what we're going to do. And do some night stuff. When you camp, you get a better opportunity to do stuff at night. I don't believe you're allowed to be out here at the preserve at nighttime, so we haven't done it yet. We might push that envelope at the end of this month. We might, who knows? Depends on how many of us are together. I know me and Dan are going to be there. Hopefully Jimmy will be there. I think Bobby and Mike already have obligations, so they won't be there, but they'll be there in spirit, no doubt. It's a pretty neat area, man. You have this wooded area you see around me. Let me flip this around. I see Dan over there walking around, and then it opens up here to a wide open swampy area. Yeah, it's a big area. So yeah, just wanted to show y'all what we got, and we're going to continue looking. We're going to be out here for a couple hours. Like I said, it's beautiful weather, amazing weather. You're already starting to feel the humidity. Summer's coming. If y'all remember last year, I mean, I got ran out of the woods because the mosquitoes were so bad. Today, not bad at all. Not bad at all. So I'll try to work across this. This is really, really wet, really mushy. But I want to get down there without wet socks. Would be nice. All right. Good deal. I just went through all that mushy mush. So I really like this area. Got some squirrels. There's another tree that's been downed. We might head down that. Might head down that way. That's a big one. Yeah, the squirrels are getting a little frisky. Two of them are playing. You know, meetmesquirrel.com. Yeah, they're out here getting frisky. All right, well, gonna move forward, look for stuff. This would be a good area to find some prints because it's pretty muddy. Wouldn't be able to cast it, but it's a little muddy. All right, guys, I'll talk to you in a little bit. Yeah, you'll see that in some of the past older videos. I documented that, yeah. I think this is just natural growth. Just an old tree. But then again, wait a minute. See, this one, I almost immediately just discounted, but it's holding this one down. I just noticed that. That is interesting. That is interesting. That's a very, very, very steep arch. So you can see it's intertwined in there. Huh. There's where you can see this one right here is the arch to my left, and this one right here coming down on top of it. This is interesting, Dan. So I almost discounted this until I saw this, and that is holding it down.
So this one here
is holding this one down.
This one down.
Right. Yeah. That's let me see if I can get a.
Let me get out.
So that tree's way over there. That's probably a good 20 feet from the other tree. And you see the direction. It's coming in this direction. So how did it grab hold of that tree way over there? How did it grab hold of that and hold it down? See what I'm saying? That's what makes things interesting. That's the mystery. That's how did this happen? did something create this or what? You know, that's, I mean, you can see it's all, that's where one is over the other right there. And it's just holding it down. And they're both live trees. There's leaves on them. But you can see, I'm trying to document as much as I can with you guys. Even though and now this one, this little one right here, this one right here comes up and then it goes underneath it, and comes back down right there, underneath it. So it's a little intricate. You know, it's it's pretty interesting. I want to document as much as I can, different angles. Well, prints are going to be tough, Dan, because the leaf litter is so tough in here. But you can see that one goes across, and I thought, I'm just going to walk under it, nothing of it. And then I happened to look to my left, and like I said, you see that arch. You can see the difference in the distance between here and there. This is a tree right here. And the other one's way over there. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Doesn't make a lot of sense. You know, yeah. Now I'm always one to try to debunk things first, and there's a lot of arches I debunk almost right away as natural phenomenon, wind, weather, something like that. A lot of times, but when you get something as intricate as this, and the distance between them, and we've ran into this before, I've documented some in the past, and it's in this area, probably another 1,000 yards that way, 500 yards, somewhere in that range. It's further behind me that way. Found some really good, interesting arches, and that I just could not explain. I couldn't come up with a reasonable answer. Like I said, I leave it up in the air. I'm not going to sit here and say that, you know, a Sasquatch did it or a skunk ape did it, because I didn't see them do it. I wasn't here when they did it. We just have to come up with our own conclusions. You know, that's why I'll let you guys look at the evidence and you decide on what you think might have caused this. What I will say is it's very interesting. I don't know how naturally this would take place. I don't know. Like you said, it's very strange. So, I welcome your comments. You know, if you think it's natural and you can explain to me how it's natural, I'm open. I'm willing to hear it. Just be respectful. That's what I tell everybody. Be respectful if you comment, okay? And you can give me either feedback in the comments, or you can give me feedback in the email. So any of you guys can always email us at bigfootforestgiants@gmail.com anytime. And not necessarily have to talk to me. You can talk to Jimmy, you can talk to Bobby, you can talk to Mike. All I'll do is forward the emails to them and let them, if you put their name in there, you want to talk to them, then I'll let you talk to them. If not, then I'll answer the best I can, you know, but I'm willing to hear any suggestions. I really am. I'm very open to ideas, you know. We can all agree to disagree, but I'm more than happy to listen. So we're going to push further in here. Let's see if we find any more interesting arches like this. This is pretty neat. All right, talk to you in a bit, guys. So, pushing further back, we had found that very, very interesting arch back there. Like I said, I don't know if anybody's got some suggestions. Let me know how that was done. I almost blew it off. That's what got me. I almost ignored it until I looked to my left. You know, You know, like here you see a lot of stuff. Okay, this is, that looks like it was laid up in there. We might have found a good area again. It's kind of hard to tell. I don't like disturbing the things that I find. You know, but sometimes my interest gets to me and I want to see if that's okay. That's loose. That did not there's no roots there. I just lifted that thing up. You can see it. See, I'm lifting it up. So that was placed there. That was placed there. And it's laid up. Because if there's a root structure, I wouldn't have been able to lift that up like that. So, another interesting find. I don't know what it is. But it got my eye, so. You can see right there how it's kind of laid up there. It's pretty neat. This one just looks like something natural, but I can't really tell. It's old. This is definitely old right there. This is the first time I pushed back in this area. I've always wanted to come back to this particular area. Okay. Let's look at this over here. You see that? Now, I'm not a big structure guy, but I don't know. I have my theory on arches. That's 3 different, or maybe 2. No, it's 3. Leaned up there. Oh, maybe it's 2. Yeah, it's 2 and it's split right there. Leaned up against this tree. See it up there? It's kind of all leaned up. Could be natural. I don't know. But I haven't seen anything similar to that out here. I don't know what that is. Let's zoom in, guys. There's something way back there. It's probably just a tree or something, but from this distance, it just looked awkward at the corner of my eye. Anyhow, anywho, so we're finding some interesting stuff. I like this area. Wish we could camp out here. Jeez. I can't tell if that's, I don't know if that'll come up. I don't know. Dan's got something over here we'll look at. Yeah, see? That's pretty interesting for the fact that This part right here.
Right there. I don't know if you.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But
Could be nature though.
But this one comes across, okay, which I can explain it coming across this one right here. I can explain that. Okay, if that was just it. But the end of the tree comes across here and goes on top of this one that's way over here. See what I'm saying? That one goes up, goes underneath it, and then it's all entangled in these vines right here. And it goes down to the ground. See what I'm saying? So this section right here is interesting because it's underneath that one.
It's
that one.
right there.
That one, you can see where it.
I know you don't like X's, but it's got
Yeah.
a little.
See how it crisscrosses, and the one coming from the left is actually on top of the one right here. This one's underneath it. So that's interesting. That's interesting. So
It comes down that way.
no, I don't hold a lot of theories to X's and crosses
right
and
there,
stuff.
Just intersect.
Well, that's just because it intersects. That's a natural. Two lines intersect are going to form an X or a T, or whatever you want to call it. You know, when people find X's or T's and stuff like that, any two horizontal pieces that fall on the ground or whatever is going to create that shape every single time. You know, they're either not going to, they're just going to fall away from each other, or if they cross, it's always an X, a T, or an L. See what I'm saying?
Unless it's snapped off, like
So,
the big ones.
I don't hold a lot of weight to those.
The real
Yeah.
I mean, a rare one. Yeah,
But, all right. So, all right. Well, we're going to push further back for a little bit, and I'll definitely get back with you guys if we find anything else. But so far, not a bad day. It's all anecdotal at best, but it's kind of like playing golf. You get that one good shot and it makes you come back next week. So, and I don't play golf. I do the sane stuff, like look for cryptids. Little sarcasm. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. So, all right. Well, we're gonna look around some more and see what we find. And if I find anything else, we'll get back with you. If not, we're pretty far back, so we'll at some point end up working our way back to the vehicles. And we'll talk to you guys on the way back and let y'all know some stuff. All right, guys, I'll talk to you in a bit. Well, y'all have heard me say it in the past, and I've got past videos. Y'all go back and look at it. And the sign that we enter said there are cameras, and that these areas are monitored 24/7 by cameras. And there's 9 entrances into this preserve, and every gate had that particular sign on it. And we were coming out, we're hitting it pretty heavy. Me and Jimmy were out here a lot. And then one time I come out here, a lot of times by myself, and I come out here, signs are gone. And that brought up a lot of questions. And 2 of the questions was, are they still out here and they just don't want us to know, and they want to take the signs down to make people feel like they're not out here? Or did they actually take the cameras out? Well, we had some video that we did a few weeks ago, a couple months ago maybe, where we found 2 cameras way a couple miles that, you know, at one of the other entrances. This is one of our, not this area I haven't been in, but it's close to our regular area. I didn't even see it. I walked right up on it. Bingo. There's a camera right there. You know, and we were standing over there, and so we're definitely on that film, whatever it is. But it's not there's no hunting, so it's not for hunters. I don't know why it's out here or what it's doing. I don't want to stand right in front of it and show it that I'm filming or anything like that. But, oh, you found one too? Yeah. So anyways, Dan was showing me he found a turtle shell too. Way out here. That's a gopher turtle. That's a gopher. Yeah. Take that home, clean it up, wash it, and
I don't want to
paint it. Do some art on it, whatever.
Put it in the man cave.
But so anyways, back to the camera. So they are evidently don't go in front of the camera. So evidently they do still have cameras out here. They are monitoring. So that's the first one I found over at this particular side of the preserve. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. And like I said, they have this place registered with FWC as a biological research area. Now, that could mean a lot of things. You know, like I've said it in the past videos, that biological could be anywhere from amoeba all the way up to a black bear. I don't know. But there's been some very, very, very strange things happen out here. I've got audio recording at 11 o'clock at night, where we left audio out here for a week, and I came out and got it and started listening to it, and there were gunfire. I mean, heavy gunfire, hundreds and hundreds of rounds in an area that there's no hunting, period. It says it, there's no hunting, fishing, nothing. You cannot come out here and do that. It even says you cannot discharge your weapon. And it's pouring down rain. In the video, you hear it just pouring down rain, but you get all this gunfire going on out here. So I don't know what that was, what they were doing, or what they were hunting, or what they were shooting at. But like I said, now we're finding cameras again. Well, for the first time here, but now it's the second or third time I found cameras. So, very interesting. So we'll see what happens. You know, if I end up on America's Most Wanted, I thought it would be for something like, you know, throwing dwarfs on a target board or something, you know, or eating the grapes off the produce line at Publix or something stupid, you know, not getting caught by a camera walking in the woods. So we'll see what happens. We're gonna start heading back now because we're pretty far out, and if we see anything on the way out, I'll let you know. But I wanted to show you all that camera. So there is some monitoring going on out here. Talk to you in a bit. All right, guys, me and Dan are heading back to the trucks. Pretty interesting day. Starting to warm up pretty good. Like I said, I found some interesting arches that we investigated. Like I said, give me your opinion. Tell me what you think. Okay, just thought I saw something behind us. But just be respectful. But give me some ideas what you think created those arches. I tried to get as detailed and as much video as I can of them for your guys' benefit so you can look at them. Also gives me a chance to go back, review the footage, and get a better look at stuff. Like I said, we found those. That was really cool. The leaf litter was really thick in there, so finding prints or anything like that just wasn't going to happen. Found the camera. That was interesting. Can't explain that. Don't know what they're doing or why they're out here. Maybe I'll get nosy and start picking some brains down at the city or something like that and see if maybe somebody's got some answers. So we're gonna call it a day. Got some things to do this afternoon, and I try not to take away Dan's personal life. Dan is married, so
Yeah,
I don't want her to be upset and think that we're taking all his time. So I want to go over a couple things. We've got the camp out coming up at the end of this month. So I know me and Dan will be there. Hopefully Jimmy will make it at least for one night. That's always fun. We're going to try and I'm going to try and go live again and see how that works. I've only ever done it once, and I had a good time. So I might try that again. I've got a Psionics night vision So that'll be interesting. I want to use that. I also got another night vision coming in. Hopefully it comes in the mail before then, because I really want to use that one. It's pretty neat. It's experimental, let's put it that way. So I look forward to trying that one out, and it's supposed to be better than the Psionics, and so far I'm pretty impressed with the Psionics. So that's coming up in March. Got some stuff coming up in April, but I'm not going to go into that yet. A lot of moving parts on that one, but if it happens, it's going to be fantastic. We're going to have a lot of fun. You guys are going to like it. June, we have the Great Bigfoot Conference in Ocala, the Great Florida Bigfoot Conference. Hear something move? Did you hear something?
I heard something.
Okay. But we have the Bigfoot Conference in Ocala. So we'll be there. So if anybody who's in Florida is going to that, be sure to look us up. Talk to us. You know, Bigfoot Forest Giants, the whole team will be there, except with, I think Mikey won't be able to make it, but Bobby, Jimmy, me, and Dan will be there. So guys get a chance to say hi. Throw out some shout outs out there. You know, I really love our subscribers. You guys have been awesome. You guys are great supporters, and you guys just amazing people. I love the conversations and stuff. You guys are just awesome. But also give some love to some of the podcasts that, you know, I tell you guys about that I think are pretty good, because they're good people. They're just really good people. The Sasquatch Encounter Brigade with Johnny Two Bears, fantastic. Those guys are doing some great things, cutting edge stuff. Be sure to subscribe to Sasquatch Encounter Brigade. Another one is Woodwalkers with Spencer and his gang. That's a fun show because it's like sitting on the porch talking to family. I mean, they sometimes it's Sasquatch, sometimes they go off on a beaten path on something else, but it's a lot of fun. So if you ever get a chance, check out Woodwalkers. Another one is the Not So Perfect Bigfoot Show with Vicky. She's starting out. She's a subscriber to us, subscriber to our Facebook, subscriber to our YouTube channel. Wonderful person, you know, very great Southern gal. And if you guys get a chance to show her some support, that'd be awesome. Like I said, she's just starting out with her podcast. But we like to show her some love and see her grow and do some great things. So with that said, I want to thank you guys. You know, like I said, we take you on the ride. That's all we're doing is we find something, we find something. If we don't, we don't. But I'm willing to get out there every weekend and see what we find. And for those of you that can't get out in the woods and stuff, you're going with me. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys. God bless you. God bless your families. And get out there and start hiking.